Hello everybody, welcome to Country Boy Cooking with Marshall today. I got a recipe for you. I could not wait to come up here and show it to you. I'm going to be making a hot roast beef sandwich with all of you today, and I'm going to show you the most fantastic shortcut you'll ever have in your life. You'll want to try this one today on Country Boy Cooking with Marshall. Alright, let me give a quick rundown before we get started of what all's in this. Y'all, this is the most simple but most delicious sandwich you'll ever make your family. Look, they're called sliders. They're made with this little Hawaiian rolls. Of course, I went to the deli. I've got a pound of roast beef. Now, you can tell a pound is $16.15, but you can use a quarter pound for this sandwich. I got more use for that than just this recipe. Of course, you got cheeses of your choice. I recommend putting provolone on it. You can put American white cheese or the cheese of your choice. This is what I'm putting on it. Just a tad of mayo, some butter, onion, a few spices there. I'll explain when I get to it. A little olive oil. Oh yeah. Let's go over here and get this started. All right, first thing first, you want one large onion. Now this right here is going to take care of 1 pack of these Hawaiian rolls. If you got 2 packs, you'll want to double this recipe as far as the ingredients, everything but the au jus. So let's chop this up in thin rings. We're going to caramelize this onion over at the stove. All right, there they are. They're ready to go. We're going over here to the stove now. Let's do it. Throwing in 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm turning my eye on a medium-high right now, but I will eventually turn it down to a medium. I'm going to put about a good tablespoon of olive oil in it. Make sure it's the olive oil for sauteing. All right, onions in. It's always funny when I'm sauteing onions, see how much it looks. It's going to look like where did they go when they get done. When I see them starting to turn light tan, I turn my heat down to a medium. Okay, everybody, see that? They're ready to go. Let's get these onions off and let's go over here and put this sandwich together. All right, watch how easy this comes together. Look, we're going to get the rolls out. Okay, perfect. Now look, to slice these things, it's really easier to have one of these serrated knives. See that? That's really good on bread. It won't try to mash it and everything. What we're going to do is split these things open like a little Crisco burger. So let's do that. It's real easy with a serrated knife. Look at that. Right here's where we got it. See that? Now what I've got right here is a 9x13. I'm going to lightly grease that. I usually have the avocado spray, but I ain't got nothing but olive oil, so I'm going to put some of that in it. I'm going to put about a teaspoon in it and spread it around. All right, let's set our Hawaiian rolls down in here, just like that. Now here's where the fun starts. Let's set this to the side. Get this up here where you can see it good. Now that we got our Hawaiian rolls in the bottom of our greased 9x13, I'm going to take a little mayonnaise. Now this right here is optional, but the recipe I found this on showed them putting mayonnaise on. I'm going to put a light coat. All right, good enough. Now right here's where I like to sprinkle on a little black pepper. I don't put no salt in this. There's enough salt in roast beef. But I do put a little light sprinkling of pepper. Now we're simply going in with the roast beef. Everybody look at this. Look how pretty that stuff is. That's the real deal right there. We're just going to layer it in there. Like I told you, a quarter pound would easily do this right here. This right here is enough for 3 people, by the way. Not unless you're real hungry, then it's enough for 2 people. And if you're extra hungry, you need the whole thing. Let's get that meat. Let's put it in there. All right, there you go. That right there's about a good quarter pound. All right, next we're coming in with those caramelized onions. Oh my gosh, y'all, just spread them out. All right, there's all the onions. Now we're going to spread them out, get them evenly coated as possible. You see any slack places, just grab you some where it's thicker and put it on it. That's all you need, everybody. Remember, don't skip these caramelized onions. That's one of the things that really makes this. All right, that's good enough. Look at that. See where we got it? Look how good that's looking already. It's so simple. Now you can't go ahead and just cook your roast beef and do all the long way around, but I'm trying to show you the way that you can get home and get this made for your kids, grandkids, or yourself or your family real quick. Very delicious. All right, next we're going in with cheese. You can use the cheese of your choice, but I love this provolone. And I might put a little white American on it. Just put a good layer or 2 on there. You can't go wrong. Look at that, how easy. And I think I took 5 slices of cheese, but I'm going to cheese it up a little bit because my nephew loves cheese and he wants to taste this when I get done with it. So I'm going to go in with some white American too. Put about 4 slices of that on, that'd be good. All right, that's good enough. And y'all, that is basically it. We're going to put our lid back on top of it. Okay, now there's where we got it. Look at that. You talking about good. These things are going to cook in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. About the first 15 minutes, I'm going to have a piece of aluminum foil over it. The last 5 minutes, I'm going to take it off, let the top brown a little bit. And then we got a little butter sauce with sesame seeds in it we're going to put on top. We're going to put this in the oven right now, and I'm going to show you how to make the au jus juice. Oh yeah, and by the way, preheat your oven at 350. Let's put this in there. So y'all know I'm all about easy recipes, making it real fast, still be good. So we're going to go with this McCormick au jus gravy mix. But I don't do water in it. You can add water to it and it'll be good. But you know I like to deluxe it up. I'm going to add beef broth. I'm going to make it according to the package instructions. But instead of using water, I'm going to use beef broth. So what this calls for is 1 packet of McCormick's au jus gravy and 3 cups of water. But instead, I'm going to be using the beef broth. So let's do that at the stove. Let's go in with 3 cups of the beef broth. Y'all, there's so many ways you can make au jus too because I've searched it out. But I'm going to tell you, using this McCormick's with beef broth, it's hard to beat, to be so easy, so quick, ready to go. When you... Okay, I had to open my oven again. How many noticed I forgot to put the aluminum foil on it? I did. I sure did. Let's put it on it. It's been in about 5 minutes. All right, now while our au jus is heating up and our sliders are in the oven, let me show you the topping we're going to put on these sliders the last 5 minutes of them cooking. I'm going to go in with 3/4 of a stick of butter. There's 3/4 of a stick going in right there. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon at the most of garlic powder. Going in. Also going to go in with about a half a teaspoon of onion powder. Now y'all, these are completely optional, but they really make it look good. I'm going in with these sesame seeds. These are the tuxedo. You don't have to use those. You can use any sesame seed or you can do without it. But it looks so good on the dish. A lot of times I'm about presentation too. If a meal looks good, it'll be eaten, even by kids, grown-ups alike. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of these in there. Going in. Now let's get to the microwave with this. Put it on 1 minute. I'll check it after about 30 seconds. Hey, tell me where you're watching from. Thank you for everybody that watches me on YouTube and Facebook. If you ain't joined my YouTube family yet, go over and subscribe to me. It's free. If you've never signed up for YouTube, it's like signing up for Facebook. Don't cost you a thing. Okay, our butter's done. See it right here. Got those black seeds in there with the white sesame seeds. That's really what makes it look good. Okay, everybody, here they are. They've been in the oven around 15 minutes right there. Now I got them out. What we're going to do is get our topping I showed you how to make. I like to scoop that baster into those seeds. See that? How good that looks? Just put it all over them. Oh, listen to that sizzle. Got to try this, family. You really have. It's that good and that simple. Now this is going back in the oven for about a couple of minutes. All right, let's take it to the oven. Look how good that looks. Oh my gosh, I've got to try this one. Okay, family, they're done. Let's get them out of the oven. Let me show them to you. Look at that. You talking about some good eating. Y'all, these things are so delicious. Gonna have to try them. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna sit these things down. I'm gonna let them cool off about 5 minutes, maybe even 10, because these things are piping hot. Then we're gonna cut them apart. They're gonna look like little roast beef crystals. Fantastic. Okay, now that they've cooled down enough, I'm just gonna run a knife in between them. So simple. Start gathering them up and put them on my plate. You're talking about some good eating, everybody. Look at that, how good that looks. Oh yeah, fantastic. When you put it in that au jus, it's boom. And that's it. Look at that, everybody. That is some good eating right there. I'm telling you, with your au jus, oh my gosh. These things can be absolutely cold, and they're good with that au jus. You gotta try this, look at that. Okay, it's gonna be a hit at your home. There they are. I can't even keep the cheese from coming off the sides here. They're so cheesy, they're so good. Let's get a taste test of this with au jus. I can already tell you though, it's absolutely fantastic to be so easy. All right, I got my au jus. These things are made to dip, everybody. Dip it in there. Fantastic, it really is. If I can give you any tip from the kitchen about this, make sure your oven, make sure your rack is about 3/4 up. That way the bottoms of them won't burn. But they're so good, everybody. Oh my gosh, let's get one more try here. That cheese, that roast beef, those caramelized onions. Wow. Y'all, if I was an octopus, this would be 8 thumbs up. I'm telling you, you know, if an octopus has got thumbs. But anyway, this is the bomb. Y'all give it a try. I want to thank you for watching me. Make sure you go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. Try these hot roast beef sliders. They look like little crystal roast beef sliders with this au jus. It cannot be beat, I'm telling you. So until I see you next time on Comfortable Cooking with Marshall, letting everybody know Jesus is Lord in our world. Hope He is in yours. I'll see you next time on Comfortable Cooking with Marshall.